Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Arrange Your Own video. Today we're going to be making some really fun things for the holiday season. Now, holiday season's not over because Memorial Day is just around the corner. So this week I kind of split it up because sometimes I don't want my flowers to be really like patriotic looking. So I did kind of a patriotic theme with a little bit something different for those of you who aren't interested in that. So, I have these nice white bovardia today. And they're a really nice mix to just add into any piece. Then we have this beautiful white wax flower. And this one's super special because it gives you so many laterals to play with. So you feel like you get like so many more flowers just for one stem. Totally worth it. Then we have this beautiful purple statice, and it's kind of a blue color in a weird way. A lot of blue flowers don't really exist, so I kind of try to use a dark purple sometimes for anything that's blue that I can't find. And this is also great because you can pull off little laterals. Next, I've chosen this beautiful purple dendrobium. It's a nice orchid, and it's perfect for adding a nice focal point or creating a tall element in any piece. Then, hypericum berries, which berries are really popular right now, and I love using them in almost any piece because it adds that special something. Then, of course, my favorite little aspidistra leaves. So the vases that I've chosen for today, a nice small cube for kind of a low and lush piece. Something that you put on your dinner table, maybe just like in a bathroom, any part of your house. Then, this nice rectangular vase. They're a little more expensive to buy, but they're really worth it if you want something that makes a really good statement or gives you something that has a more modern look. A lot of times a little cylinder vase can't really give you that. So to start out, I'm going to make a little low piece. It's kind of the first place to start out at, especially when you're feeling a little rusty. So first, I'm going to take some of this wax flower, and it's important that you try to get as many little leaves off as you can, because it just makes the water dirty, and no one wants that for a party. So it might take a while, but you kind of have to take off each little leaflet. If you want to wear gloves, that's always nice too. But I actually find that when I strip this with just my hands, it makes this nice scent that actually makes your hands smell really good. And as I do this, I kind of just put them all at the same height right away. This will save you that extra step of cutting each of them individually, which although makes a beautiful arrangement, it also takes a lot of time. So I just kind of cross these stems so each time they're going in the same direction, and I do a little twist every time too. Almost there. And wax flower can also dry really well too. I love giving elements in my pieces that I know will dry well because it just also means that they're a little more long lasting. And you can take out the flowers that kind of mature too quickly and leave the other ones behind. So it's great to have this as a nice base. Geez, so many. There we go, I think we've gotten enough of it. The rest you can kind of keep for a bud base later or something like that. Now, while I do this, I'm just gonna cut off the stem of this aspidistra leaf. Place it right inside my little vase. Now, you can notice they're all pretty much the same height, but I have a few stragglers. So I'm just gonna kind of give them a little haircut. Not the blooms, just the little green spots. Perfect. Then I'm just gonna cut this down to size and place it right in my vase. And then you can kind of fluff it out and make it look happy. There we go. And now we'll add the rest of the elements. Once again, so many of these little laterals. And this is going to give us a nice kind of red, white, and blue arrangement, even though this is a little purple. And when you're having people over for that Memorial Day party, there's nothing better than having a little theme to go along with it. So I have a little group here. And I'm just going to add this kind of one grouping right to the front. Cute. I used to call these tissue paper when I was little because they're so scrunchy. And they make a really fun noise when you kind of press on them. These also dry really nicely. So if you want to keep them past the event, it's perfectly okay. I'm going to do another little grouping over on this side. Cute. Now it's time to add our nice red berries. Now, I'm not always a fan of the red, white, and blue thing, but every once in a while you have to make a little exception. Some nice red roses would look nicely with this too if you have those. Even a little accent from your garden would help too. Cute. And then we'll do a couple in the back too, just so we have a cohesive look. There we go. You can see we got a nice lush piece. I probably could have done this in a 5-inch vase too, and it would have been perfectly fine. So now we're going to move on to our fun piece. Now this one's not so much for the holiday. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to take my dendro. I still have these little tubies on the bottom. And these are kind of going to be the statement for this piece. Now I like to make sure mine are all kind of falling the same way, because they definitely do have a front. There we go. Perfect. And I'm just going to cut off a piece of wire. And I'll take a nice aspidistra leaf. And I'm going to tie these together. Something really simple can do the most for your space. And then I'm just going to cut off any extra wire I have. And then I want this just to kind of sit on its side. So I'm going to leave my aspidistra long. Oh, I better cut these guys too. They've been sitting out a little bit. There we go. A little more. I want them to fall over, but not all the way. Much better. Now, following the same lines, I'm going to give a little bovardia pop right to the front. And I'm going to allow my stems to go along the same exact line. This is just going to kind of fill in that open space. But I do like to leave some air in my rectangular vases too, or I guess some water space. There we go. Awesome. Now we still have a couple little leftovers we could do a bud vase with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week and have a happy Memorial Day. Thanks for joining us.